Hola, buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Denise, and I am learning Spanish in Los Reyes, Mexico. This is week 6 for me. I am using the Ambi Self-Study Guide to help me stay focused and on track with learning Spanish. And it's been a little difficult this week, not necessarily the material that I am learning, but other languages are getting in the way. What I mean by that is my overall goal, my long-term goal is to become a polyglot. So I don't necessarily have a time frame as to when that will happen. I that's just something I've always wanted to do since high school, and now that I am seriously committed to learning Spanish, I feel that it is a possibility. So I'm thinking about giving myself a goal for that. But what I mean by other languages getting in the way, before I studied Spanish, I studied French. Before that, there was Italian, and then after Italian, I began studying Hangul, Korean. And now that I'm seriously committed to studying Spanish, I decided that I also want to study Portuguese or Portuguese. And in between all of that, I also wanted to take sign language lessons, well, American Sign Language. So when I find myself getting distracted with working on my Spanish studies, I start looking at old material from those previously mentioned languages. So that's what I mean by that. So now I'm just trying to make sure that I stay focused on on studying Spanish. I went ahead and I made a percentage outline of study time. So now I will study Spanish. These are just these four: Spanish, Portuguese, Korean, and Afrikaans. Oh yeah, did I mention I got distracted while studying Spanish because I realized, oh my God, Afrikaans is not so bad grammar-wise. So yeah, I started learning that as well 2 weeks ago. My percentage-wise, because I spend about 2 to 3 hours a day studying Spanish, I decided to break that up into percentages so that the material that I learned in Hangul and the material that I learned for Portuguese doesn't go to waste, and to make room for the Afrikaans, because I really love studying that language. I can't believe how easy the grammar is right now. Pronunciation is going to be a bit of a challenge, but I'm prepared for that. So right now I am studying Spanish 70% of my time, and then 20% of my time is going to Hangul because I feel that most of what I've learned is no longer active at all. It's all passive. So I need to really jump on that. And then 5% will go to Portuguese, and then the other 5% will go to Afrikaans because I really love studying that language. Like, wow, it's been really fun. So I want to keep that going. So my 2.5 to 3 hours a day, that is how I spend it. 70% on Spanish, 20% on Korean, and then 5% on Afrikaans and 5% of Portuguese. So yeah, that's what I mean by language is getting in the way. Anywho, back to this week. Week 6, future tense, and then I added like and don't like. I'm not gonna lie. Woo. Okay, so the first 2, 3 days I did not study future tense. It was all like, don't like, and that was it. And I kind of got nervous about studying future tense because I didn't want to learn any more conjugations. I'm still working on conjugations for personal pronouns, but I did discover that there is a false friend for future, and that way tense, I can still communicate with others, and I will be hinting at future. I'm not sure what the correct way to say that is. Technically I would be speaking in present tense, but I would be alluding to the future. So and it's really easy. You just use the infinitive for to go plus a, which in Spanish is to, and then the verb that you're going to use with the article. So I was very surprised by that. Okay, now wait, I'm not sure. So when I use the infinitive to go plus plus the verb, do I use the article or do I not use the article? Because sometimes it doesn't come with the article. If it's, let me make sure I have this right. If it's a, I just learned this. If it's a noun, it has an article. If it's a verb, it does not have an article. So I guess I just answered my own question. Okay, I wrote down a few examples and I'm going to try to say them. So, okay, vas a ver, va a cantar, no, va a cantar, vais a escribir, no, okay, try this again. I need to know this word because I'm an English teacher. Vais a escribir, escribir. Oh, tell me what that word is in the bottom below. I will spell it out. It's ESCRIBIR. It's to write in Spanish, and I always get this confused, even when I hear it at work. Escribir. So as you can tell, I struggle with IR words. Vamos was easy because I already use vamos when I say goodbye. So vamos a bailar, and then van a ir, which I hope meant to go. I hope that was we go. And then, oh, I didn't use the most important one. Voy a trabajar. Voy a trabajar. I am going to work. I did, by the way, write these down, but again, I can use the future friend, which is just me saying I, and then the verb. So I could say voy a comer. And I also have another question, if you could help me out in the comments section below. Is I know it's spelled V-O-Y, but V in Spanish it has a more B sound. So should I say voy or boy? I'm not 100% sure on that. So let me know in the comments below what you think. If you are also studying Spanish, share your journey with me in the comments. Let me know what you are doing really well in or what you need help with. I think my next video I'll talk about my favorite resources for learning Spanish, because now that, you know, not to brag or anything, I feel pretty confident in at least finding material to study Spanish. There are plenty of great YouTubers on there, but there's a message that I want to share with that. So yeah, let me know in the comments below how your journeys are going with whatever language you're learning. If you are also learning more than one language right now, share with me in the comments below what languages they are. Or if you just think I'm, you know, está loca for taking on more than one language right now, let me know in the comments below too. It's totally fine. I get it. And I do apologize about the background noise, but I'm in between classes today, so this is when I study. I have 3 hours where I do not have classes, so that's my study time. So again, apologies about that, and I will see you all in my next video.